So, and I share my screen.
Maybe you should send Marius a message that we changed the time. Oh, you did. Oh, of course. Thank you. Good.
Okay. So Antro is not here yet, but wait, he can.
I think, yeah. He seems to be very interested in the subject, right?
Yes.
I pinged him as well.
Okay, I sent a message to him. What I did today is to translate the function for acquiring the hot bits or the true random numbers from the webcam, and it works. I put it into the channel, and this will be part of the new version of the Ether1Pi. And if you take a look at the numbers, in my eyes, they look good, because there's a lot of difference from one number to the other, and also from the length. This is a good sign. If they don't differ a lot from each other, then it means the webcam is not hot enough. You need to let it run for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you will see the numbers will be a lot more different from each other. And this is good for the analysis and for using in Radionics. Yeah, this is we need this kind of chaos. But if you observe the numbers, you need to throw it out of the. So if I observe the first one, I need to delete it. Yeah, because afterwards it's not useful for the analysis. Maybe you know what is the difference between determinated and undeterminated yeah, this is what we know from and so this is the difference. When it's in quantum mechanics, if you observe the true random number generated numbers, they got determinated.
Let me interrupt you for a second. Do you guys all see Isored's screen? Maybe some of you might be new to the Discord, so it's quite often that people just listen and they don't realize that something is going on. So just wanted to let you know that Isored is sharing his screen. If you want to see what he is showing, just click on him on the left hand side, and you will see live button, and you can watch the screen. Sorry, Isored, just wanted to make sure.
Thank you for
good point.
Yeah, this is a very good point. Yes. Yeah. So if you can say that in our brain we have true random numbers, and this randomness it allows our mind to influence each cell of our brain, and this is what is simulated in digital radionics. So we in digital radionics, in some way, we simulate the brain randomness, but it's not inside the skull. It's outside. It's outside in the physical world, and we can change a lot with this. So, and it is used for analysis. So we use this random numbers to give a +1 point for each entry in a list. Let's make an example. We have 3 different rates, just to make it short, and one rate is for example apple, the next rate is banana, and the next one is apple, banana, pear. Okay, so, and we take from the true random number generators the different we take the randomness, and we say, okay, if give me a boolean. And boolean means 1 or 0. And if it's a 1, we say, okay, here you get 1 plus sign, and so on. It will go from one list to another and give it points one after another. And sometimes we notice it gives more points to the rate which is more prone to our intention. We have the intention to say which of this fruit is better for me, which suits more my body, to what is better for my health. So it's interesting that when we concentrate and focus just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, and we use this true random number generators to give each of this entry in the list a point, we will notice that sometimes one of these rates gets a lot more of points. So in the end we can say, okay, this one has 10, this one has just 3, this one has just 2. And this is the Radionics analysis what we use in Ether1Pi, and what is also used in different other closed source projects, like Timeweaver, for example. There are different or what is also known is from Copen Labs, the digital version. This is the secret. It's not something that it's not the real secret. It's well known in the past. But how can we use randomness? Is it difficult to understand what I'm showing right now?
Well, I guess it depends on how much one is familiar with the whole concept.
With the whole concept,
there's a question on the chat. What are hot bits? And I was going to ask the same. Hot bits is a bag of random numbers, or
hot bits. Hot bits are random numbers.
But one random number or several of them?
Okay, the hot bits. This is a typical hot bits. It's in the past the Peer laboratory used radioactive sources like Americano. Do you know Americano? This is a chemical element which which is synthetic, because normally in the nature you don't find Americanum as an element. But if you go to Nevada, where they made explode the nuke bombs or atomic bombs, you get Americanum as an element, and heavy element which is unstable. And this is radioactive.
As a side effect of explosion, or it's the ingredient?
No, it's a side effect of the explosion. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you can read about it. And in the USA, they use it for smoke detectors. So don't do this at home. If you are in America, don't open your smoke detector. But normally modern smoke detectors don't have Americanum anymore. They use just electricity for identifying if there is smoke in the air or not. But in the past, they used Americanum with a little Geiger counter, something like that, and the Americanum delivered the protons or the gamma ray. Just a little bit of this. And if you take this and you use it with a Geiger counter, you can use it with a software, and then you get a true random number generator. And because radioactive is called hot, therefore they called it hot bits. This is the history of the hot bits. Dean Radin knows a lot about this, and the other colleagues who made a lot of experiments. They used this kind of technique for the global consciousness experiments. They put a lot of these Geiger counters connected to the computer all around the world, and then they saw that at 9/11 there was a peak in the true random number generator. The numbers was not so random at all. So you have randomness, or you have order, and when you put your mind on the true random number generator, it doesn't matter if it is radioactive or the source is the webcam. Then true random numbers are not so random; they become ordered by the mind.
So in other words, we can influence.
Yes, this is exactly. Yeah.
Is that connected somehow to the particles? When they are observed, they act differently.
Yes. This is the interface.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Mind matter. This is the interface. Mind matter is quantum mechanics. So, but I'm someone who don't want to use the word quantum mechanics or quantum physics too much, because the problem is it is overused,
especially these days.
Yeah, and you will see this in the field. It's like QM is almost the same as scalar waves. Oh, we need to make this video on scalar waves. Explain scalar waves. They are interchangeable. You can interchange scalar waves with quantum mechanics because they have a lot in common, and they are both overused in the field of radionics. People just cannot hold them back to just try to find another kind of explanation. My favorite explanation is that everything is based on consciousness. This is the base of physical reality. And there's also another effect. This is called the Mandela effect. This is one of the most strange effects you will ever see. And this effect is also on time, backwards.
Oh, a lot of things at once.
Is it too much?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
But it's just the feedback. Don't worry.
It's okay. It's recorded, so we can go back and forth. And
yeah.
True.
It's every single point.
You have to start to explain what are the hot bits.
Yeah, the hot bits.
Yeah.
They
I
are.
didn't ask you to to
if you
elaborate more.
if you use the Geiger counter and the Geiger counter goes up, you say it's hot. Let's say you would go to Ukraine, to Chernobyl, and you are there and you use the Geiger counter, and you will notice that everything when you go near to the ground zero, you will see there the Geiger counter goes up, and they say this area is hot. Don't go near to this place because you can get radioactive burns. You can get radioactive illness, and so therefore, and the bits are not just normal bits. If you want, you can say they are quantum bits, or in the more modern words, qubits. You can Google this, qubits, and qubits means it is a one. How can I write this? And a one or a zero at the same time. This is a qubit. So
1 or 0 at the same time.
Yes, at the same time. But until you observe it. This is the
that's the with the particles. Yeah, when you observe that they act differently.
And this is
then
this is a qubit, and this is a bit, and this is this is what you learn in quantum mechanics. You have a wave. It's not localized. It's not non-local.
But once you observe it, it becomes a particle and it's local, yes?
Yes, right. Right. And quantum mechanics is just one of many, how can you say, this is just, so QM is just one layer of our reality. This is one of the most important things one needs to understand. It's not the last layer. If you talk with scientists who studied quantum physics, they will tell you, oh, quantum mechanics, this is the last thing you can ever discover. But quantum mechanics is just one of many layers of our reality. And if you study different schools, there are people who have meditated, who have insights into deeper reality, and they don't feel, they know because they have touched this kind of layers. And if you use radionics for a long time enough, you will see that quantum mechanics is it's bound to the physical reality, and it touches only the mind. So this is what is called the interface. Quantum mechanics is the interface for the mind matter. Yeah. Okay, but how can we? Yeah.
Can I just ask you something? Can you give us the example on what you said? 0 and 1 can be in the same time. What did you say? 0 and 1, or 0 or 1? It can be in the same time. Or 0 and 1, it can be in the same time.
Okay.
So when you're talking about hot bits, so it means in the numbers, right? Or
yeah. Okay. I try a little trick with this analogy. When you dream and you have a dream content, in this dream you say the light is on, okay, in your room. So, and when you wake up, is the light on or is it off? When you wake up in the night.
Off, of course.
Off. Okay. So the thing is, this is your personal dream, right? It's not my dream, it's your dream. If we could dream the same dream, we have both two persons. Okay, this is the next step. I say the light is off, and you say the light is on. So what would you see in the dream if we have the same dream, if we would dream the same dream?
Of course, I would see what I said. It's on, right?
Yeah.
And you would see it's off.
This is in quantum mechanics is called the Wigner's friend. So you are my friend, right, Goran?
Of course.
So we dream the same dream, and we need an agreement, and or the consensus. If we agree, the light is on, the light remains on. So both say so. Okay. Let's now imagine we wake up, but we are the only two people in the entire universe. Or let's say we two are just the two persons who have consciousness, and the only two who share this physical reality. Is the light off or is it on?
Yeah, you're right. It's about what we agreed on.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's on. So we wake up and the light is on. We have changed physical reality.
Yes.
Physical reality, and this is what I love about
Yes.
Carl Gustav Jung said this. So I just write Jung. Jung said the physical reality is the collective subconsciousness. To change that zoom. Okay. Collective subconsciousness. And when we dream, we are in our subconsciousness. And when we two dream, two persons, and and we would be just two persons, and our collective subconsciousness, and we generate physical reality. So physical reality is generated in a consensus.
It's a product of collective subconscious.
Yes, in a consensus. Max Planck would say humans plus angels plus God. So we need to take the collective, or just the collective, is not just the humans, but a little bit more. Yeah. But humans form the physical reality, and angels have another reality which is a lot higher, and we cannot access this kind of light. If you search for this, what Max Planck said, it's his last speech he did in 1933 or so. I can put a link in the chat or in the video afterwards. Very, very interesting what he said. Max Planck was one of the last alchemists in my eyes. He very, very clever, very intelligent man, and passionate, very much passion. So okay, so if we take we use on the quantum level, and we get qubits which are both 1 and 0, and then I display them on the monitor. The monitor is the monitor inside your dream, your personal subconsciousness, or is the monitor on the collective subconsciousness?
I don't understand the question.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's
what, monitor in a physical way, or monitor, what kind of monitor?
The computer monitor.
Aha.
The computer monitor you are right now observing. You are watching your monitor.
It's collective. It's collective, I guess.
Yes,
no?
It's collective.
Yeah.
Okay, subconsciousness. So it's when you put the qubit on the computer monitor, you put the qubit on the collective subconsciousness. You transfer something that is like in a dream into the reality of everyone else. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this word, reality. And what do we see here? Re. Re
Mm-hmm.
in Latin means king. So we have a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Reality is not the same as truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
What is alternative? Or not?
It can be the same. It can be based on the truth, but it doesn't need to be the same. But if you have a king, in his kingdom, you have a reality. If I visit you in your dream and you say the light is on, I will see that the light is on in your personal dream. If I can observe your personal dream, the light is on in your kingdom, in your personal deep kingdom, in your subconscious mind. You can choose if it's on or not. But if we share a common reality, which is a collective, so this is not. It's not. This is what it's called the collective subconsciousness or the physical reality. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And this is also the reason why the things seems to be stable in this reality. I put something on the table, a glass of coffee, for example, and I go out just for 1 or 2 minutes, and I come back, and the coffee is still there. It's not fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference. Many observers, stability. Okay. Oh, this is good, because now I have a good point to show you how to use true random numbers for broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the perfect.
So, based on this story, qubits are actually, when we both in one dream said the lights is on and I said the light is off, then we both agreed that it's the truth, right? Because
Yes.
I see 1, you see 0.
Yes, we.
That's the qubits.
Yes, on the computer monitor, everyone needs to agree if it's 0 or 1. So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's just 1. It's not both.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Mm-hmm.
You have just a bit and not a qubit.
Mm-hmm.
You have a particle and it's localized. And not something that is fuzzy or non-local.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an agreement. Yeah. Stability. Agreement. Or you can say it's how can you say this as agreement? This is a good word. Majority. A vote of majority. Yeah. I know this is a lot to take in, but
yeah, vote of majority doesn't needs to be always the precise answer in the truth.
That's right. That's right. Because you can change things. You can still overrule. You can still overrule. But this is not part of radionics. This is another secret art.
Okay, so when you talk about radionics, many observers equal stability.
Yes.
Many observers meaning what actually? In what connection to?
We agree it is a 1. And it remains a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are talking about rates or hot bits?
The hot bits are used to analyze the rates. So if we come back to this example here.
Yes.
This is our list, and we see the qubits or the hot bits. They materialize to numbers. So this gets 10 points, the apple, and we say, okay, so the apple is better for me than the banana or the pear.
An apple is the rate in this case, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. Let's start here. An example. Ooh, I cannot. Okay. So if I make an analysis of an homeopathic remedies, we have here the EV, energetic value, and Naya. Naya is a serpent. It got 1003 points, and the other ones, they go up, they go down with the points. If you go back to the other pages, you see they have less. So it's ordered by the energetic value. And the energetic value is the same as give to the apple. If it's a 0, you give nothing. If it's a 1, you give 1 point. And then you count it and you order the list. And then you, before you make an analysis, you first ask a question. Yeah? Which of the fruits are good for my health? And then it will order, it will give order from the chaos. The chaos is the qubit is chaotic, and it will crystallize to something that has order and the meaning. This is really important. If you put something in order, it has also a meaning.
I'm not entirely sure if it's for today, but maybe one day I will fill this gap in terms of how random numbers. But I understand everything you're saying, and but if we have a list and we have 3 items in them, they have ID 1, 2, 3, and then we have hot bits, which are true random numbers, and we use these hot bits, and I still have this gap between how these random numbers you said they become either 0 or 1. I get it. So you iterate through the list and you collect ones and zeros for each position, and then you reorganize the list. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In simple words, it's like this. You have one of these numbers. One of these. I take this one, and I say in Java, random, rand, okay, new, random, and then I put in the seed. Okay, this is like you would write the code in Java, and then you say rand get boolean, and this will give you a 1, a 0 or a 1.
Okay, thank you.
And because this one random, normally in Java it is if I wouldn't write it like this. Let's make a better example. So this one is seeded, and this one is, if you don't seed it, it's pseudo-random.
Yeah.
And pseudo-random in the computer it's based on pi number.
It's not true random.
It's not real random. So you will get always the same result, and it will not have it cannot be molded by the mind. So you don't have this kind of mind-matter interface. There is no mind-matter interface. But the number I take from the hot bits, this number here, is a sequence of 1 and zeros.
Yes.
But they are all in a quantum state. They could also be something else. They could also be this one, or just something else. They could also be this number. But it will determine if in the end, after I put it here, because this is then fuzzy, we don't know. But in the moment it will went through the computer, the crystals of the computer, the electricity, and when it puts, and when we in the end we see the result, at this moment everything gets determined backwards in the time. This is one of the most difficult aspects of quantum mechanics, and believe me, if you don't understand this, it's not because you are stupid. Because it requires time to grasp it. It's really not easy. This comes from Psi research, and Psi is also psychokinesis. I believe, is it written like this? Psychokinesis. And the peer laboratory used true random number generators to create this kind of experiments. So there is to today we don't use radioactive anymore.
Thank God.
Are dangerous. But we use Zener diodes because the effect is the quantum tunneling. And the quantum tunneling means the electron could be on the right path, or it went through a barrier. It's a little bit difficult to understand, I guess. But the problem is when you have a Zener diodes and you put them under stress, you will get this kind of effect. You will squeeze out of it chaotic patterns, chaotic. So the radioactive is chaotic in its nature, but the Zener diodes, it's only chaotic if you put a lot of stress with electricity on it. And then you get this kind of effect. Yeah. How can I? Okay, when I come back to this, where was it? Okay, this one. I copy this. In many different esoteric therapies and also in research, there are crystals. And we use crystals to store our intention. Okay? We say a crystal is, you can program it. And you can store a lot of information, not just 1 or 2 bits, but you can store your intention, which is a lot more than just a data file. And what you can do is, if you have a stream of these qubits, which are something like this, and you observe this during the broadcast, or before you broadcast, yeah. Then
intention, right?
With your intention, right? And then you store this maybe in a file. And then you label this file as an intention. For example, sleep better or deeper. What's better? Deep sleep. Okay, this is your file, deep sleep .txt. Inside your file you have numbers, but in reality they are just 0 and 1s, but they are determined right now because you observed it. So whatever you observe, even if it's come from a quantum state, it's now not anymore in this chaotic state, but it's stable. So you have something that was created during an act of focus. and intention. Focus and intention. You concentrate it with your focus and your intention, and then you get this kind of file. And this can be used to transmit during the broadcast. So during the broadcast, you take this file and you let, for example, switch on a light, LED, or you can make out of it audio. You can use it for a coil, for magnetism,
Wireless.
or wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So you can do a lot of things. And this file is a representation of your intention. Okay? And this is what you can use during the broadcast. As I mentioned this in my post, the Ether 1 Pi does not use this kind of feature right now. But we use this kind of feature in homeopathy. And I made a walk today. I was walking in the fields here, so in Germany, in my vicinity, and I thought about this. Whenever we make a homeopathic remedy, our intention, if we want to say, what is it? It's put the hyperlink of a morphic field into this water, or globule. This is the hyperlink. I say hyperlink because we know what the hyperlink is in computer. Somewhere, but not local and not material, is the spirit or the morphic field, and we put it into something that is in our collective consciousness. So if we want to see what this means, is hyperlink is the intention, the morphic field is the immaterial information, and the water is part of the collective subconsciousness.
May I ask a question, please?
Yes, please.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems almost like it's a little like an API, kind of like an information pipeline. Go and get this kind of information and then post it?
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
Yes. An API to a cloud, right? Or to an internet.
Yes, to a collection of information.
Did you think you want to take information from morphic field and put somewhere else, or something else?
Yes,
Where do you took? Where do you take information? Where?
You get the link to the morphic field with your intention.
Yes.
Because the entire spirit understands what your intention is. I don't need to specify it with, let's say, rate for Arnica, I don't know, 55, 43, okay? This is the rate for Arnica. just invented right now. It's not true,
Mhm,
but
it's not agreed, but it can be.
it can be, yeah. So
Yes.
when I say in my mind, Anika, the spirit doesn't care for the rest.
Mhm.
It doesn't care only just for this. And then it goes even deeper. What does Anika mean for you?
Mhm.
And for me personally, it's this. This is it.
Mm.
And when you take this, I'm beaten up. Our body does translate this to blue spots on our body. Also pain. And this is what yeah, it's Anika is not just a plant. It's a lot more. But this is the negative signature, not a signature. It's the theme.
So you use it Arnica word as a rate in this case, right? Because it represents something for you.
Yes, for
Just
me,
a word,
for
Arnica,
me,
not the plant.
yeah, it's for me personally. It's Anika is not just a word, because if you would take Anika, if you would make this kind of experiment, you take a piece of paper. Okay, this is a piece of paper. You draw a cycle on it, and then you write Anika. And then you put a glass of water on this. George Vitolkas, the Pope of homeopathy, he would disagree, but Jan Scholten would not disagree, and other modern homeopath. They will agree and say, okay, you transmitting the energy of Anika to the water. So if you will take in the water, but not just one time, a few times a day, you will get proofing symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So this is called, you will make a proofing. It generates symptoms, and this artificially. So you get artificial symptoms from Anika, and then you begin to know, to understand what Anika is, because you created a link. And if you take it a few times a day, it's almost like streaming. So you stream the reality of the plant, the reality of what the plant represents. And when you take a look at the pictures of Anika where it grows in a harsh condition. In the mountains, and where weather change a lot. So this is Anika. It grows where normally people, Anika is typically for bodybuilders. and policemen. They need to be tough, they need to be strong, they need to be always alert. So this is typically Anika. And if you take something different, you take, for example, a different different rate or different name, like this, Buba Baba. Okay, what does this mean? If you put your water on this, you will get nothing, because this is made up by me. This is
not connected to any information.
Yeah, right. You need to use something that exists, and you are aware that it exists, and then you can connect to it, and then you can get a part of its reality. So you have a problem, for example, Anika. You are in this condition, and you have plus 50 of this condition, and you take the Anika and you get minus 50, and so in the end you are free from the symptoms. So you cancel out. You cancel out the thing. So you are also you can say it's mirroring. I think this is the word. It's like a mirror. You put a mirror in front of someone, and you say, "Okay, you are a tough guy." Tough guy? Is it written like this? And you put a mirror in front of this tough guy, and you say, in reality you are a person with a heart. You are lovely. You are very lovely. So don't be so harsh. Don't be so tough. You don't need to be tough. Nobody will beat you up. Nobody here will give you a hard time. And even then you have friends and so on. So this is what homeopathy in reality does. It gives you insight in your suffering. It gives you insight in your condition, and then you understand, oh man, I'm not in the mountains. I'm not where the weather change a lot. I don't need to be a policeman or a bodybuilder who is very, very tough with his body. And then the link maybe is still there, but your condition change because you get insight into the suffering, into the problem. So the illusion dissolves, and this is what you can use in the broadcast. You can, with your intention, get this hyperlink to the morphic field of, for example, Anika, and transmit this to whatever, for example, a dog, and this can change the consciousness of the other person, or whatever requires this change. This is also a good reason why one needs to get a good insight of the different rates. You don't need to understand this on this level, because if I say to you, Goran, you can use Anika for this and that person, and you don't know the essence of Anika, but I know, I know.
I would trust you, yes, and I would.
Yeah, but in the hyperlink is then not through yourself; it's through me.
Through you.
And if this is also the reason why, if you write an homeopathic remedy that is unknown to you, but you took the word out of a book. Someone wrote the book. Someone knows.
Mm-hmm.
So the link is always there somewhere in the collective subconsciousness.
Mm. You just need to know symptoms so you can connect.
Yes, yes, and for this reason you can use the analysis. You use the analysis. You say, why is this person so tough and harsh and so on? You see, okay, ferrum phosphoricum. Okay, this guy. Ferrum is iron, and iron means he's working a lot, and so on and so on. So, and you can identify some patterns. You can check for the general vitality, and then you see, oh, Ficus religiosa. This is a plant. It's a female plant, so there is some problem with his gender, for example, problem with his environment. Maybe he has a problem with his mother, and so on. So if you know a little bit of the plants, but you can just transmit with the broadcast and see what happens, and with time you can get the insight, and not all at once. Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
This is today, I don't know about the other guys, but today I finally figure out how this intention influenced the software, your program. And it's what I see now, it's through the crystals in the computer, because crystal can pick up my thoughts. Like particles, how they are influenced when you think of them or observe them, then they act differently, in opposite to when they are not observed, they are totally different.
Yes.
Different. Even if you measure them, they change state, right? So this is how I see it, how we actually with our intention influence your software. But
Yeah.
I don't understand. The question is, I understand how does it broadcast actually giving back what we found to. Is it the same to the crystals again?
Yes, we took what we have crystallized before. So every rate,
Mhm.
if you take for example the word F on the computer it's a series of 1 and 0s.
Mhm.
And when you let it flow through your computer, through your when you make blink lights with it, and you heat up the coils in your computer, all this affects the collective subconsciousness. All this makes the entire universe care about your intention. You let the entire universe care about what you are thinking right now, and you focus on your target, and the target is involved a lot more than everyone else. So you take something that normally is just yours, just part of your personal dream, and you put it into the entire reality, into the collective consciousness. You transfer your intention from one point to another. You can do this every day without a computer, but Radionics is about to save you a lot of energy.
Is it to focus?
Yeah, it's to save all the energy you would use to focus a lot during meditation, for example. If you want to transfer energy to another person, it requires a lot of focus, a lot of time. Imagine someone would ask you to use your energy to heal an entire farm of plants, and then you go there and you meditate for each plant individually. This requires a lot of focus. But you can do it with Radionics a lot easier, just to say, now the device does this for me. The device is inside the collective subconsciousness, but so yeah, okay, this is a good part so you have your collective subconsciousness, and the device is inside the collective subconsciousness, and your intention is inside your personal dream. And the broadcast is to materialize it in
Manifest.
manifest. Yeah, manifest is a better word.
Yeah.
Manifest. You know what manifest means?
Yes.
What is money?
Money. Oh, in Latin, I don't know. In
Hands.
Latin.
Hands.
Hands. Oh.
You can touch it. Manifest. It becomes manifest. You can touch it. Remember when I did I tell you about the dreams I had when I was a child? I was dreaming about sweets, chocolates, and while I was dreaming the chocolates, I told myself, if I grab them hard enough, if I hold them strong enough in my hands, and when I wake up, I have them in my hands. I was lucid dreaming. with 5 years, 6 years. I woke up and I got my pillow in my hands.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, but you like lucid dreaming, having lucid dreaming in a 5-year-old.
Yeah, this is because of my nightmares. I got a lot of my nightmares, so this is the reason why I developed lucid dreaming so early, because of these nightmares. Yeah. Because the collective subconsciousness is polluted with a lot of darkness. This is the reason. So you can use the device, but we can put something here too, plus a digital version of your intention, which is the file created with your intention, the 0 and 1s. So you can interchange this with this. It's like, this is like a homeopathic remedy, the digital version of your intention. When you put your intention focus. But I have not programmed this now, but you know, people use crystals they have programmed in beforehand, in like they are called reagents. This could be bottles with water plus, or they can be crystals, sand. This is what Peter Radati works with. He says sand, there's nothing else than crystals, right?
Yes, true. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it contains silica, silicium.
So you should have them close into your aura, right?
And you,
When they are, if influenced, you should have them close to your aura, sand or crystals.
yes, it's better. Yeah, it's better if you
Yeah.
hold them in your hands and if you want to program them, or you put it in your device. You put it into your device and you broadcast your intention into the reagent or the bottle, and then you can use this again in your during the broadcasting. So if you have reagents like deep sleep in a bottle, what is a reagent? And you have labeled it, you can take it and you don't need to set up every rate. You save time, you save energy, and with time maybe you create a collection of this, and the digital form of your text file is a digital reagent, right? So you can have this, and you can even share this kind of reagent with other people. And this is what I told you, Goran. An image can be a reagent.
Yes, true. It is. I know that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So you can use your art for making a reagent, and then you can digitalize it. I don't know, is this a word we use still today? Digitalize?
Yes, digitalize.
To a file. So you have an entire collection of nice images, and you already know what this means, and then you have...
Or maybe...
Yeah?
Or maybe in your words, like you used to say, impregnates the picture.
Yes. And this brought this kind of using the when you use ChatGPT, for example, to make an image, what is the very first or was this Delhi, or is it called like this?
Dali, yeah. Dali. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's A. I think it's A.
A. Okay. Dali. Okay. What is the base of the first image you make when you type your words, and then how does it begin with? Do you know? Have you ever?
Yes. You asking me?
Yeah.
When I try to make image, I try to define, what I want, what shape, what colors, and everything, and then with the words, I search, until he gets what I want.
Yeah, and it begins.
Basically, I use it as my brush,
Yeah, it begins with random pixels. On the technical side.
Yeah.
It begins with random pixels. This is true. This is how
it begins with my intention, with my idea. Then I input it in letters, and then the product is like a random pixels.
Yeah.
Until I see what actually is. Yeah, random is in the beginning when I work. Yeah. So until it become like what I want.
And when you
actually, you see, wait, it's not random for me, it's random for him, because he doesn't understand quite correctly my vision.
Yeah.
So I'm guiding him. So he's doing random, but I have already, you know what, I know what I want. If it makes sense, what I...
You give it an order. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, when you use a Polaroid photo, you have randomness, and this randomness is on
Yes, perfect. Yes.
silver, collide. Silver. It's silver. This is what reacts to the light. Silver.
Yes. Yes.
Randomness. And do you know this kind of photography in parapsychology? It's mind photo.
No.
Mind photo.
Mind photo?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
So they take a photo plate, they concentrate, and they don't no photons, no light. They develop it, and then they get something out of it. And Ruth Brown.
Yes, you're right. We spoke about it before. You're right. I remember now.
She used radionics photography.
Yes.
And she was so good in this. Even doctors came to her and to ask her about to use radionics for photography to understand where was the problem in the body. So this is really, really interesting. Yeah.
What is this actually like? The particles influence. I mean, your mind influencing the particles who are connected into the randomness structure in the paper or something, right? In the reaction.
Yeah, the chemical reaction is chaotic in nature. So this is almost like quantum mechanics, but there's happening something more. I don't know, maybe a little bit more than just. I tried to make kind of mind photos with the Ether 1Pi with. I programmed a special program for this. I tried to reproduce it on digital way, but it doesn't work because maybe it requires the silver and the chemical reaction. And I don't have this in the software. But you know why people who teach radionics today, they say you need a Polaroid photo of your target? Because this is nothing else than a digital form of your intention. It's a hyperlink. So it's crystallized into the silver connections of it's chemically it reacted and it's now stable. So we have a stable form of your intention, crystallized intention. This is it. So this is what you can use then for your broadcasting. So if you want, you can buy a Polaroid photo device and make pictures, for example, of nature, of something that is beautiful, and for example, roses. Roses are very good against depression, for example, and then use them in your analog device to put it together with your target, and then you can broadcast this. This is nothing else. And what we can do in a digital form, it's the same. We can use it to broadcast a photography.
Now I got a new question, which is maybe, I don't know. I apologize if it doesn't. If it's. Can you then use the digital picture? Because I have a digital camera, and if I have the connector that I can put inside the physical radionic instrument, that I can put my card, SD card, with my picture or picture of somebody who I want to, would it work the same? Because is it digitalized like a representation of the with zeros and ones of the person? You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So it's the same representation, like, you know, this is the different, only in different medium, but it is the same person.
Yeah.
Or nature or whatever. Would it work?
Yeah. We can use this, and there are two ways to transmit it. You use the image into hash code.
Mm-hmm.
So you have which is a link, a kind of link, or it's a kind of rate. You transform it in a short text, very, very short text, and you can transmit the image pixel by pixel to LEDs or monitor in some way.
And you know what I'm sorry. I meant something different. Instead of, you know, card that people are using now. You know, you said you have your cards, like you put your race, or, you know, what you find, you put and you collect. This card is for this, and you keep it. It's like for next time you can repeat.
Yeah.
So we do it the same thing, like in a new way. Can we do it the same thing with the SD card slot? So we put SD card inside, and we can put the text, intentions, prayers. We can put image inside. We can put the homeopathic formula or something. You know, so
yes. This is.
We can use lots of different things, you know, and easier to produce. You know, from computer you can do, you know, whatever you want, images or, you know.
Yeah,
affirmations.
Peter Radati.
So it would work.
Yeah. Peter Radati he said you use a USB stick as a reagent.
Oh,
this is possible.
He's using it. He has.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I see now when you speak. I think, you know, I just got this info. Why wouldn't we use this one? You know, it's simpler and than card that you use.
How much does a USB stick cost?
It doesn't matter, but you have a USB stick. In one USB stick, you can splice the folders, you know, and you can put like 300 people inside. You know, every people has his folder. You understand? And then you number them, and then you make a rate, and you transmit broadcast for this folder for this person.
Yes.
So you have a big, huge database. Is what I see. I mean, this is how I see. It's like a database, and then you can just pull out the reference you need.
You have you can store your rates inside a crystal or this slot or in the device, and you can access it via a code. This is also a way to open it up. We have the MK12. It has these card slots, and you can access it with 4 switches. So with 4 switches, you have 4 by 4. It's 16 programs in one card. In one card. So you can access the different programs with this kind of switches. So if you want to build a device, you use different switches for accessing the different programs inside your crystal. For example, if you use one crystal for different rates, and therefore, but for this reason, Peter Radati used just sand in bottles, little bottles, small bottles. So he have a lot of these bottles, or you can use even little containers, like in homeopathy, for this kind of storage of the sand.
Globules.
Because you don't need a lot of sand. You don't need 1 kilo.
Yes.
This way you can have a collection of different reagents. Yeah, I use them also. I put my homeopathy bottles into the device, and I use also papers, just paper. I have a collection of little pieces of paper written and painted on. So I paint sometimes. I design a structure, or if I want something specific, I imagine something, and then I paint it on it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, especially if you write with the graphite pen, because it's connecting it's electrically conductive.
Yeah. You can paint it with blood if you want. So it depends.
Yeah, actually,
it depends. Yeah, it depends on your intention. Whatever you use, it's adding to your intention or not. Because if you, for example, would use gold color for a specific purpose, it's better than other colors in certain conditions. Yeah.
Yes, because frequency.
Yeah. Okay, what have we talked about today? I think we have seen one of the points I most like and I love to talk about is this kind of analogy of the dream, the personal dream, where your intention resides and you share this dream with others. There is in the field of quantum mechanics, there is this experiment, Wigner's friend. It's difficult to understand, even for me. I was struggling to understand this, but Wigner's friend describes the kind of consensus that at the end both say the light is on, we wake up and it's really on, so the wake up is the observation of the one or the zero, and then when it's on the monitor it's crystallized, so it's we can get out of it a meaning, an order, because our intention give order and meaning. It's different than just not observing, which is pure chaos. And then it gets stability. So we can use this kind of technique also for broadcasting, to create this kind of digital crystals or digital reagents. So it's a little bit technical, but maybe I will make a video in the future, and I will try to describe it a little bit more easier. We have seen that Annika is, for example, we talked about Annika. Annika has its own reality, and we can overlap this reality with someone who is in need of this kind of mirror. So the tough guy lets go, he lets go and he can relax, and then and we can create our own reagents. And we talked about the hyperlinks to the morphic field. And the water is, in this case, the crystal. In a liquid form.
Yes, can you put to instead of hyperlinked to a morphic field?
Thank you.
I think yes.
Yeah, true. Okay. So we reached the end of the topic, but have you still questions? Feel free to ask.
Everybody understands.
Maybe they are all sleeping.
No,
I stepped away for a minute, but I'm trying to listen.
Yeah. Okay.
May I add one thing I thought about when you were discussing, in your discussion of homeopathy? It's a little off topic, but not totally. If anybody is familiar with the Sami people in yoiking, it's hard to explain, but they can yoik a plant for healing. So I don't know exactly how they do it. My understanding is that they make contact with the spirit of the plant or the egregore of the plant, and they translate it into sound, and then they apply that to whoever needs healing. And it seems like it's an organic way of doing the same thing, but you use your body.
Makes sense.
So this is the title of a book I'm right now reading. It is written by Stephen Herod Booner. He explains the phenomena that plants have consciousness, and they talk to us in a way which is not by words but with feeling and impressions. And he observed different cultures. I made some notes. Maybe I can read something about it to you. So he went on to make a meeting like this, for example, but in Louisiana or Missouri, And when the people arrived there, he asked this nice people, why are you here? Why came you to my meeting, to my talk? And almost all of them answered that they have some kind of feeling from the plants, as if the plants are talking to them, like, you need me, you need me more than the other one, you need me to get better. Or for example, that people have some kind of telling you that you need to get in touch with the earth and the plants, but they cannot explain it in a scientific way, because there's nothing what you can explain scientifically, because science is just for the physical reality and not what is spiritual. So he began to observe a pattern, and this pattern is through every culture in the world and time periods. And people, for example, in the past, if you encounter, if you go into the wilderness and you try to collect fungi, there are fungi which are so poison. If you eat them now, you will die next week, and you will not even have symptoms in the meantime. How can you recognize? Because I asked this once to a scientist. How can you recognize a fungi that is poisonous? Have they patterns? For example, have they special colors? And in the case of fungi, it's not true. They don't have always special colors. Yeah. Some of them have vivid colors and they are poison, but some of them are looking like the other one.
Yes. Even smell, it doesn't.
Even
give
smell,
you
yeah. How do you save your own life by not trying? You can imagine people going into the wilderness, into the woods and forest, collecting fungi and begin to eat, and they die one after another. Did they write a book about this and tell other people, don't eat this, don't eat that? This is not true. So there must be millions of dead people because of millions of poisonous fungi. So this is a very interesting book. He tells you a lot about different cultures, and maybe he even mentioned this what you said. What was the name of this?
It's yoik. In Joik or Yoik. Yoik.
Like this?
To yoik a K at the end.
K. Joik. Like this?
Yoik.
Yoik.
I try to find this.
Sometimes in English it might be under Yoik. It's not an English word, but
maybe it's right.
You may see it both ways.
Okay. Why?
But you look for the Sami people, Sami.
Sami, yes, Sami. Sami is better. Better. PS. No, he doesn't mention this. Okay, no problem. So this is Sami people. I need to make some research. Yeah, this is a common feature of the plants. They are able to tell you. And you know who also got this kind of idea is Edward Bach. Bach flower therapy.
Oh yeah, the Bach flower remedies. Yes.
Bach flower. Edward Bach. When I read his book about his biography, he went in the wilderness, and he just took one plant in his hands, and he was sure this plant is for this kind of people who have this kind of emotional problem. I don't understand how he could be so open to it. But maybe in the past, without television, without computers, you open up automatically if you are living in nature. Yeah.
Yes, especially if you focused on that, if you're open to this and practicing, and going into nature. It is true. It's not so complicated. But you need to have this intention.
Yeah. There's another book. This is The Secret Life of Plants. I have this in my shelf. It's very, very good book. It's also on Audible. It's if you want to listen to it. Yeah.
And I have something like The Secret Life of Trees also.
Oh yes. This is
It's interesting book. Yeah.
This is from another author.
Does everyone here talk to trees? Because I do, and I'm wondering if other people do too.
Yes, plants. I did with the plants, not only trees.
I have a thing about trees. So there are some trees right outside my window. When I go take the trash out, I go by this particular group of trees, and I feel like it's rude, and they would be offended if I don't say, hello, how are you?
My father talks to his orchids, and they grow a lot. Sometimes I listen to what he says. He's very gentle to the plants.
You see, something is very interesting. I wanted to say that actually you have to be spiritual, working on connecting to yourself to be able to go into higher level of sense or feeling what plants actually emits to you. But then if you have some, like your father, my mother, they talk to plants, and they're not so much, my mother, it's not so much high spiritual worker, but somehow it's natural in them. Maybe because of these technologies, it was easier before to connect to nature. My mother grew up in the village. Maybe that's the reason she still have connection to plants and everything, She likes to work with the ground and plants. People bring her dying plants, like you would never say it can be saved, but she always saved them, always. Like a plant doctor. So definitely there is a connection between plants and people, deep connection.
Yeah,
and for the experiment, right? When I don't remember, but he is very amazing guy. For many years he invested and he was make tests with the plants. When he actually I understand when he break the plant and the other plant is kind of have a stress frequency, because he measured them on oscilloscope, some instrument. But when he was scratching his hand, the plant did the same. Like he was breaking the other plants, he become like a biorhythm goes very quick, very fast, like a stress. Masaru Emoto, I think this is the Japanese guy who was. He was
Water.
talking to water. Yes, investing the water crystals. Yeah.
There's another person, I don't know if you've looked into him. He's known for something else, but his name is Luc Montagnier.
Yes.
And he did the experiment he did with sending an MP3 by email, I believe. Yes. Transmit. That's right. That's right. That's exactly it.
Luc Antoine Montagnier, and his works was based on Jacques Béveniste. And he was opposed by Nature magazine. And this was a kind, and this they was opposed to Rupert Sheldrake too. They said burn his books.
Okay, so that means buy his books and read them thoroughly.
No, yes. When someone want to burn his books, you need to buy his.
That's right.
Yeah. There's a lot to learn, and what I learned is to recognize a pattern. There's always this kind of people who claims to be scientists, and they oppose to ideas, to paradigms. And therefore I researched paradigms a lot and found a lot of patterns everywhere. It's science is the modern religion, kind of religion. It's the same as religion in its way of being dogmatic. Dogmatism is not just in science, in religion, it's also in science.
And it's funny because science got so far by questioning itself. And now these days, when you try to question science, people look at you and will be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
In other words, they switch to dogmatism, comparing to the true scientific mind, which even is obligated to question itself, right?
Yeah.
True.
But it seems like people are so unstable these days. They're looking for this stability in science. They want the science to be a concrete, I guess, in some sort of concrete, but they've forgotten that in the nature of science there's questioning of itself. But people don't like these questions, and they don't like uncertainty. I will never pronounce this word. Uncertainty. Uncertainty. Sorry, never mind. You know what I want to say.
Uncertainty.
Yeah.
This is one of the words I love so much because it's related to quantum mechanics. Uncertainty.
You can't even pronounce it.
Uncertainty.
Yeah. Uncertainty.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I will.
Yeah.
Uncertainty.
It's funny, right?
Yeah, uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
That's right.
Not
Y'all got it
sure.
right. Uncertainty.
Uncertainty. Okay.
Yeah, uncertainty. Yeah, correct. Good. The best.
And I just want to add one, since we have the open question time. When you were talking about making something solid, it's interesting because I'm experiencing this a lot on different groups when people prefer to ask for pre-made rates, and when you tell them why don't you want to cold scan it, sometimes they get irritated for multiple reasons, but I guess a lot of people prefer something that has been already done to confirm to make it more solid, right? Because by repetition, as you said, more people use it, the more solid it becomes, and the more, I guess, efficient it
More
becomes.
proved. Yeah.
More proofs, right? Because I don't believe it's like more efficient for me. But I think people like to think this way. And when you tell them like, why don't you cold scan it? I mean, this is the true art of radionics. They sometimes get angry. They prefer the pre-made, right?
And they use radionics regularly. That's what you mean.
even that, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I think there's some problem with their maybe heart chakra.
Trust in
Because
themselves, yeah.
yeah, because you need to connect with this field yourself, not it's like they don't want to get in touch with it, they don't want to get their hands dirty. I maybe
Or be disappointed, maybe.
yeah, maybe it's true that they don't trust themselves and so on, so they don't know. But I think that if you begin to use radionics and you open up to it, you automatically understand that you can do this.
Yeah,
that's the point.
I remember the moment where you helped me to realize that, because I was like most of radionic users at the very beginning. I was opening the book, I was copying the rates, that's it. Then I started using cards because it was easier. And the funny thing is that from the tutorials of the device I have, there was a video tutorial about cold scanning, but I would never guess that. It's funny because I knew that from frequencies, that when you find the right frequency for yourself or for somebody for the certain date and for the certain condition, it's much more efficient rather than taking the frequency from, let's say, Hulda Clark. But somehow it was not obvious for me that cold scanning, which is pretty much the same, you are finding your own rates for the moment and for the certain condition, would be more efficient than, I don't know, not necessarily more efficient, but some people say, I believe it's more efficient, more precise. Okay, it doesn't have to be more efficient. It could be more precise. So thank you, Isert, because since that moment, it's funny, I stopped using rates.
Yeah, this is like a blockage, like a small blockage, because I only showed you once, and you understand it without hesitation. But some people, they have a big blockage inside them, and they cannot understand it, even if you try to teach them for years. So I want to show you, this is you can use this program also for teaching. So this is also my purpose, to use this for online teaching. Maybe if what I do is, with the first one, I try to use a cold scanning of the rate, just for the physical body, or what is in the vicinity of the physical body, because the real physical body you cannot access. You can only access the energy. So what I can do is, for example, solar plexus. I want to improve or balance the solar plexus, and then I rotate until a point where it feels, oh yes, 3 is good. So I continue, and then I feel in my hands some kind of resistance. I let it here and continue.
It sticks.
Yeah, like a stick.
Yeah, and it sticks even on my mouse wheel, not just not just I could use now one of my hands and rubbing on the table while I rotate, but I feel it already in my fingers. I don't need the stick blade anymore, so I can say it's here 4. So, and then I continue, just for an example, okay? And then at some point I say, okay, this one is the chakra of the solar plexus for the physical body. Now emotional. I will take here for the emotional a Bach flower, and I don't know which one. I really don't know. I just rotate, but in my mind is one of the Bach flowers. So I rotate and see where it feels like it's okay. Okay, this is the Bach flower. My intention is choose one of the set of the Bach flowers. I don't know which one, but I do this only with a short list of Bach flowers. I can use this. Maybe I have one in my mind, but I cannot remember. I cannot remember which one of this is okay. So then I continue and say, okay, for the next level I want homeopathic remedy, whatever. So, and then the next one. Here the fourth level is always difficult for me, because it's easy to choose 1, 2, 3, but the fourth is always difficult. So what I do is, what does the entire problem represent? So this one is an intention, a formulated intention. So maybe sometimes I take the time, formulate it on a piece of paper, put the paper into the well, and then I cold scan for the connection to what I formulated on the piece of paper. Okay? And then I broadcast. But I cannot broadcast because it's missing the button here. I need to program it.
You cannot visualize.
Yeah. But we can reset everything. Zack. With this click. Everything is at 0. We can clear. And this is a button for storing our rates.
Then when you store, you give it a name or something.
Yeah, a name or something else. Maybe I need to think about. Maybe I click here, and then here outside falls a little bottle that is the
With numbers. Grades?
Yeah, it's a representation of whatever is inside. So, and then you can give it a name, and you can put it somewhere in the pool of reagents. Yeah. But this kind of cold scan is trust yourself that you can get the link. It's not so difficult. The hyperlink. It's like typing into Google the keywords. Yeah. Okay.
So is there a morphic field? I think once you said, or I maybe didn't understand correctly. Morphic field it represents collective information.
No, morphic field. It can represent. Yes, it can represent a collective field or information. So normally an embryo evolves. Okay, higher organism. So there are organs to form the heart, the eyes, and so on.
Yes. And
Okay.
it needs information how to develop.
And people thought DNA is the answer to everything,
No, I don't think so.
and 680 megabyte of data, but redundant, so only 30 megabyte. Imagine how small the data is. It's really nothing. It's 30 megabyte. Okay, it's not nothing. If I want to program it myself, it will be I would spend 1 million years maybe. It's not nothing. It's really
So what you want to say,
a lot.
the DNA, it's not competent why the embryo is developing in a higher organism, right?
Yeah.
It's morphic field that you call, or I called it before biofield of each person, if each organism. So I'm just asking, is this the same?
Yeah, it's
But different name for same term, right? Different name for same term.
so the DNA is an antenna.
Yes.
Okay, and the form of an organ
The receiver.
is from the cloud. So it's immaterial. So the form is immaterial, but it informs. The word informs means put inside the form. But it comes from a higher level of reality. It's not matter, like DNA is matter, but it's immaterial, but it informs. You can imagine the formula of a form. Yeah. Now recognize that the formula has form inside it. Okay. Didn't realize it before. Formula of a form. So you can take a math form, a sound, and so on. You know, when you have a certain sound, and then you apply it on sand, the sand gets a certain pattern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. On the plate. With the
Yeah.
speaker.
Yeah. So and you can inform with just a sound. This sound. The sound is one dimensional.
I see. Yeah.
One dimensional, and the physical form has 3 dimension, 3D. And you can stream this kind of information into the physical form. So the DNA is a fractal antenna. If you
Right. It's like when you're listening to the frequency through the headphones, right? From one dimension to the third dimension.
yes, yeah.
Transmission.
Yeah, this is and Rupert Sheldrake, he was researching embryos, and he talked a lot about this, and at some point he said, okay, morphic fields, they are immaterial, they are non-local, And if you think about, there are already stuff out there that describes the same phenomena. And so on. Akashic records, monads, psychons, and so on. And also homeopathy.
This is all like a more connected to morphic field. Or it's ingredients of morphic field. It's like a stream of information, or I mean.
Yeah, monads are like the atoms.
Yeah, I learned about this.
But it's on the spiritual level, it's the building blocks of spiritual things. Psychons is from John Eccles and Popper, who describe the brain that it works on quantum mechanics, and he says the psychons are the little units of our psyche, of our mind, which is immaterial. And I researched this, if John Eccles knew about monads, and he knew because he studied Leibniz. This comes from Leibniz. And yeah, Akashic records is another culture, another source. So
apparently we can all tap into Akashic records with some techniques, right?
So if you have one idea,
even you, it's easier because you're familiar with lucid dreaming.
Yeah, but you can access this on different levels, not just during lucid dreaming. Yeah.
I know.
So you have one idea, one thought, and you form a morphic field. And if you repeat the thought, you give energy to it. So it becomes stronger. And then there's the critical mass. If many people it becomes in hype. So it jumps over. What can happen is, I have one idea, I think about this, I continue to think about it, and maybe I tell other people about this. And then many people think about this, and then at some point the thought, the energy of the morphic field is so strong that other people gets the idea out of the blue.
And they form religion.
How do you semaphore? Yeah, semaphore. Do you know the story of the semaphore?
No.
Many people on different countries got the same idea about the street lights. This is the traffic light.
Traffic light. Yeah, traffic light.
Traffic lights. So a lot of people got the same idea at the same time, but there was already a patent for this recorded. A lot of people thought about this, what was already secured, but was not published on. There was no television. There was no, not even on radio. They
commercialized. Yeah.
But a critical mass of people talked about this. This is the urban legend. There's an urban legend about the 100th monkey. But it's an urban legend because it's not true. Still, it works. So there was on an isolated island monkeys who began to wash potatoes, and then after the 100 monkeys learned it, all islands and their monkeys began to wash the potatoes. This is so interesting. But it's an urban legend. It's not true. So if you but the critical mass the critical mass is true. It can be reached. Yeah.
So you want to say that somebody made patent before the critical mass reacted on same idea, or critical mass produced that one guy making patent?
Yeah, one thing leads to another. The critical mass of the one idea leads to another idea.
Okay.
So
I know about the resonance, right? If I have some patent idea, and then I patent it, and then I put my with my thoughts, collective consciousness pick it up. So a lot of people can sense of this and make it by their own. But when they try to patent it, they see that I did it already, so they cannot patent it. That's what I mean.
yes, it was already secured and
Secured.
saved.
Okay.
And but for securing a patent, you need maybe
A
10,
lot of money.
10, 20. Yes, a lot of money is energy. So you have
Yes.
10, 20, 30. No, yeah, it's not true. For securing the patent, if you just register it, just the registration,
Oh yeah,
it's
pending.
it's
Yeah. 1
pending.
year.
It's free. It's
Mhm.
free. So yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but a lot of people are involved in this. Maybe he talked about this to his law. How do you spell this? Lawyer.
Yes, love,
Law.
Law.
Yeah.
love. Yeah. I think it's without E, but it's okay. I do understand.
German Anwalt.
Yes, good.
Yes,
Good.
German Anwalt. So
Teaches German.
so this is what these people also knew about this, and they are critical thinkers, and they think a lot about it. So, and then the critical mass is achieved just by the repetition of the thought.
Mhm.
And
I have this experience. Okay, continue. Sorry.
so yeah, just one thought. So repeat the thought.
Yes.
This is what I want to say. So this is radionics.
Mhm.
Okay, so you don't need to repeat the thought yourself. You give it to the repeater, which is radionics or digital radionics, or what Thomas says. It's the repeater. His software.
Even easier. You don't need. Yeah.
You can repeat the thought once a day, as he has discovered,
Mm-hmm.
which is even better than millions of
Less
times
and
a
less.
second.
Yes, he's doing it. Finally, he's doing it correctly. But you know what I think? Actually, what I know, you can, you don't need anything external, any software, any machine. You can actually, if it's important to you that you have a thought to manifest something, you can make the small structure program in your field, energetic field, and you can put it over there, and it's going to work by itself. You just need to be conscious of it and aware it's there. And you don't need to repeat it. You don't need to remind it yourself. You know, it's like a programs from our subconscious that we pick up from our life. You know, from the parents, from whatever, and from society, and it works. Sometimes you do some things, you know, like a reflex, because you have in subconscious you have some kind of program that is influencing you in that way.
Yeah.
You understand? What?
Yes.
The same way you can put this program in your field and put it to work with you, for you.
Yeah.
Like a Psytronics or something.
Yeah. Okay, I need to bring this to an end. I just announced the next topic is color waves.
Perfect.
So we have the topic for the next time. Maybe not next week, but after 2 weeks, because I would rather concentrate a little bit more on the programming of the 3D AOPI. It's so much fun. You cannot imagine. It's so much fun.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
You know what I saw when you were rotating the knobs? I saw the vision that I have like you don't have, but I saw the vision that you have numbers on the top of the knob. So when you rotate, the numbers showing, you know, like 0, 1, you know. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes. You mean hit?
So the number shows you actually
here.
where your knob stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, I've already started, because just that you know how it works. This is the scene where I bring all together, but each element has its own scene. So this is the scene of the knob, just for the knob, and here you see a little script. When you go into the script, you see here the programming of the knob. This was the most difficult one because of the rotation. Somewhere.
But
it's not so easy like as I thought.
Here it is.
But it feels so analog. I mean, I love it. It really feels like turning the knob.
Yeah, and then imagine you can connect this program to your Arduino or ESP, and then you can transmit the information to the real world, as to say. Yeah. So it's all interconnected.
Yes.
So if I rotate a knob, okay, maybe you can see the number here. So I can get the number. Oh, it's a little bit slow because I rotated to what? To 8. So it's slowly coming to this point. Okay, it's too slow, but I can get the exact number from here, from this one. Yeah. So it's possible to put the
so
the
you want
number.
to tell me that I saw the future?
Actually, I can. Label.
Interesting.
3D. I can put it here.
Yes.
Where is it? I don't see. I
so
need
your
to.
blue line.
I need to give it a text. Okay, I need to rotate it like this.
Yes.
Like this. And let's put it a little bit more down. Like this.
And bigger.
So, and when we go back, just for a test, you see here label.
Wow, yes.
Okay, and then let's go back here. Then I take this here, drag and drop, I put it here, and I say text equals to the value. Then I go back. So, oh, it cannot. I need to translate it to string. Okay. Typical error of a. Oh.
Oh, he give you all number.
Yeah, it's too big.
You need just a. Yeah.
But here you see 9.
Oh, there is 9. Yeah.
Maybe 8. Okay. I don't know how to shorten it. Shorten string. Maybe substring. Don't know. Substring. Just 1. No. I need to check how this can be done, but this is already a little success.
Good. Yeah. Good.
You see how fast it was. Goran, you have just one idea and
it's done.
And it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
So we have a good hyperlink.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I stop the recording now.
Mhm.